Imagine you're standing backstage in June 1977, the scent of sweat and spotlight in the air, when Elvis turns to you and quietly shares a story. Last night, I nearly froze on stage. I forgot the lyrics to Hound Dog in front of 5,000 people. That moment, the king of rock and roll admitting vulnerability, is why you're here. Today, I'm taking you inside 10 revelations from Elvis's final concert year. The hidden rehearsals, the sudden song swaps, and the near-death crisis that almost ended it all. But before we dive in, here's the challenge. If any of these stories surprises you, smash that like button right now. Let's see how many of us knew the real, unvarnished truth about Elvis's last days on tour. Stick around, because fact number 6 feels ripped from a Hollywood thriller. 1. Secret Tahoe run-throughs. A week before the tour officially kicked off, Elvis slipped into Lake Tahoe's celebrity room for 2 low-profile gigs. He didn't announce them. Only the casino manager, a handful of floor staff, and about 50 stunned guests knew they were witnessing more than a lounge act. One attendee later recalled Elvis whispering, "Try the bridge softer," mid-song, and the hush that fell when he launched into that new arrangement of "Are You Lonesome Tonight?" Those private tests weren't just rehearsals. They were Elvis playing with his own legend. 2. A gospel suite gone rogue. On a sweaty July night in Las Vegas, the band thought they knew the set list, until Elvis signaled his pianist, shoulder tapping, to pause the show. Without warning, he launched into "How Great Thou Art," his voice cracking in places. Then "Peace in the Valley," then "Amazing Grace." It wasn't planned. His drummer later said, "We just stared at each other. None of us had our sheets up." The crowd went silent, then erupted into applause. For a few sacred minutes, the king reminded everyone where he started. I went 3, the quiet ticket cuts. Behind the scenes, whispers about Elvis's health had fans uneasy. Promoters quietly slashed ticket prices by up to 15% after April. Flyers in Dallas and Knoxville ran in small print. Special reduced rate for loyal fans. Some saw it as a lucky break. Others sensed a panic. Empty rows in the balcony spoke louder than the cheering below. Elvis noticed too. He griped to a roadie, "I hate cheap seats," but went on to give every ticket holder his all. 4. Jungle Room confessions. Deep in Graceland's jungle room, Elvis set up a makeshift studio. Microphone on a ruffled sofa, tape recorder perched on a bamboo side table. He'd come off a bad day, stomp in, and the musicians would coax him into sharing. One tape catches him laughing, saying, "If I don't nail this right, Parker's gonna have my head." Then he launches into a spontaneous riff on "Bridge Over Troubled Water," cooing lines at half speed, trying new harmonies. Those raw tapes capture a star wrestling with songs the way everyday folks wrestle with their own doubts. 5. The vanishing TCB backdrop. Early 77 stages glowed with a plush velvet drape, emblazoned with Elvis's signature TCB lightning bolt. But after a near disasters in Indianapolis, when the rig groaned under its weight, the crew unhooked it overnight. The next night, fans noticed the emptier stage. Asked ushers, got no answers. In a rare moment of frustration, Elvis told his lighting guy, "Make it shine without the curtains." And that pared-down look somehow made him look more human, like he didn't need the flash to hold our attention. 6. The radio-triggered swap, June 22nd, Fort Worth. Hours before showtime, Elvis's bus parks near a local station. Through the open window, he hears Simon and Garfunkel's "Bridge Over Troubled Water." He strides inside, charming the DJ into playing it again. Back on the bus, he storms, "We're doing this tonight." "But sir," says guitarist James Burton, "no buts." That moment of impulse produced a one-off live version so haunting that bootleggers call it Elvis's swan song. No other concert matched that depth of feeling. 7. the collapse that almost ended everything. Indianapolis, June 26th, the very last show. Elvis arrived backstage gaunt, sunken-eyed, shaking. Minutes before curtain, he dropped to a chair. Crew slapped a cold towel to his brow, forced water laced with vitamins. One roadie recalls kissing him on the cheek, whispering, "You got this, boss." He stumbled on stage and gave a 2-hour epic. At the close, he staggered off, collapsed into a wingback chair, head down. Only then did the world learn how close they came to losing him mid-tour. 8. The unorthodox encore. For decades, fans expected "Can't Help Falling in Love" to close every show. But on his final 2 nights, Elvis threw tradition out the window. He ended with "My Way." The choice resonated like a dare. He was taking control of his own narrative in front of thousands, declaring that even a king could write his own ending. Those last harmonized lines carry a weight you can almost feel in the grainy footage. The documentary that vanished Elvis. The final year was set to roll cameras from day one. Backstage banter, travel diaries, candid jokes. Test clips show him sipping coffee in his bus, chatting with Colonel Parker about song choices. Then arguments erupted over rights, image, and money, and the cameras never rolled again. Those lost reels sit in vaults, a film that could have shown the man instead of the myth. 10. The secret cufflink ceremony. After heavy medications, and that morning he simply didn't make it off the toilet. It's a poignant end. The king of rock and roll, whose voice filled stadiums, spent his final moments in solitude, in a room he turned into his own quiet retreat, a stark reminder of life's fragility. And there you have it, 10 intimate snapshots from Elvis Presley's final tour year, each one peeling back the layers of legend to reveal the man underneath. From spontaneous gospel medleys to a near-fatal collapse, these stories remind us that even the greatest icon can falter, adapt, and surprise us right up to the end. Now it's your turn. Which fact did you find the most jaw-dropping? Let me know in the comments below, and share this video with anyone who thinks they know Elvis, but hasn't heard these hidden chapters. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and ring that bell, because next time, we'll be diving into another rock and roll saga you won't believe. Thanks for watching, and remember, the real story is always worth telling.